Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Keto in the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel, I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 207 pounds without surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. I'm so glad you are here to check in on me on, I guess, my week 2 of my mini cut series. Feels kind of strange. It is very late at night on Saturday before Easter. It is about 10 o'clock at night, and I am finally making this video. It has just been a crazy day trying to get ready for Easter, and I seriously debated skipping the video, but I know that you guys were really disappointed when I skipped my video a couple weeks ago when I went on vacation, so I decided I better just get this done and get it done quickly. So hopefully this video is not going to be super long, but we shall see. You know, I always wax long-winded when I say that I'm not going to be, so whatever. We'll see what happens. This week was kind of strange. And I don't even really know how to go about talking about it. So I'm just going to go in order of what I normally do, and I guess I'll just talk about it as I go. So exercise-wise, it was kind of a flop this week. It's spring break for dance, and I had high intentions of like doing something fun for you guys, and I just have been overwhelmed. I didn't do a live chat this week because I literally feel extremely overwhelmed with life at the moment. I am so far behind on video editing on my other channel. My whole house is falling apart. Homeschooling is falling apart. Everything's like just hitting me really, really big time. And also we're coming into dance competition season. Well, we just started dance competition season, as you guys know, from 2 weeks ago. We went to our first big competition, which is our second competition of the year. Turns out my daughter's foot might be broken, and we're dealing with that whole debacle and right in the middle. And then on the 10th of April, I start into dance photos, which basically takes up all of my life for the next few months. And then right when I recover from all of that, I'll have my recital and then my daughter's wedding. Boom, boom, boom. Plus my other daughter is supposed to get baptized somewhere in the middle of all of that. So the overwhelm is a little bit high right now, but that's okay. And you know, life can be overwhelming. We all know this. And COVID actually gave us a nice little break last year. And as hard as it's been to be away from people, it definitely was nice to get a break from the crazy that is usually my springtime. So I'm putting all this out there because I just don't know how regular I'm going to be with videos. I'm going to try so hard, but I am feeling major overwhelm. And when you're feeling major overwhelm, so that you don't go dive bomb into a whole box of donuts, it is best to eliminate some of the stress. So if that means less videos or less editing so that I can catch up on my other ones, that might end up being the case. If that means skipping live chats for a while because I just feel like I can't do it or I can't come up with the content for it, that's the hardest part. I have to sit down and write down like all of the information that I'm going to give you guys, decide what I'm going to talk about, and then do it. Talking to you guys is no big deal. I could get on and do a Q&A every week and that'd be fine, but I feel like I need to have like a subject in order to, you know, make the video be worth putting up. So that's where I am with all of that. And in the middle of all of that, I'm also trying to do these mini cuts, which I've never done before, short bursts of low calorie mixed with diet break seasons of, you know, eating regular calories that I reverse dieted up to. It's kind of complicated, and so far it has not been easy. Let's just put it that way. So, needless to say, exercise-wise did not happen this week. The only thing I have for you guys is a chicken... No, I don't even have a chicken bucket workout. So I literally do not have any exercise for you guys because I didn't even do the chicken bucket workout. I really legit thought I had a chicken bucket workout for you guys, and I am thinking, and I'm like, you know, I don't think I did that. Oh gosh. We hatched baby chicks last week, and I've been dealing with that whole thing. I think we just filled the bucket without lifting it. If there's a chicken bucket workout, it'll be in the next segment. If not, we're just going to skip over the exercise for the week. But I have to say, I did do a lot of walking, including today, which I have 8,700 steps. I've hit 8,000 steps at least twice this week. I've been shopping, walking. Tonight was my daughter's engagement photos. I know, since I don't have any exercise for you guys, maybe I'll just put in a cute little montage, a very short one, of my daughter's engagement shoot tonight. So that'll be fun. I hope you enjoy. See, that was so much more fun than watching me do dorky exercise in exercise class and lift up buckets of chicken feed, right? Come on, you loved that, didn't you? Yeah, that was so much better. It was better for me too, because I got a week off. But yeah, anyway, things will hopefully go back to normal that way next week. You may not know, but I am currently doing a mini cut and diet break season using the Lumen device. This is the handy dandy little Lumen right here. And I do have a link to this in the about section below if you are wanting to check it out. They are definitely not cheap, but so far I really haven't minded working with it. I still can't say like that it's 100% Tammi guaranteed to make you lose weight. I do have a couple of issues with it. Number one, I feel like it doesn't give you enough of a deficit, and it isn't personal enough on your actual like maintenance level calories, because I know that I went in and found out that my resting metabolic rate calories was 1800, and the Lumen tells me that my maintenance calories are 1886, which I know for me is still a cut, a deficit. So that being said, that's probably the only negative that I really have found with the Lumen. I like that it toggles me between low carb and mid-range carb. It doesn't ever let you go high carb so far. The highest carbs it has let me have is 180, and I was higher than that when I was doing the reverse diet. But it puts you in and out of ketosis. And I find that really nice, because when I go back out of ketosis, even if I eat a lot of carbohydrates, I'm not getting like those bloating and sick feelings and like my stomach being huge and things like that that I have gotten in the past when I tried to eat a little bit more carbs. Now, I worked my way up to being able to have carbs, but this thing seems to be helping to maintain that ability to kind of go back and forth between the two. So basically, the idea of the Lumen is that it's trying to get you to burn fat as fuel during your fast. It highly encourages at least 12 hours of fasting. It is very encouraging of intermittent fasting, though you do not have to do intermittent fasting in order to use it. It does encourage that. Then the idea is that you would during the day eat carbs and burn carbs for energy. So you're basically utilizing the body's both tools and becoming metabolically flexible. I don't know if they're telling the truth about all the sciencey stuff. They talk a lot about mitochondria and growing new ones, and I don't know if that's a legitimate thing. I do know that their views on gluconeogenesis is not correct, and I have like kind of given them a hard time and pointed them in the direction of better information about that. So because of that, I'm not like gonna say it's my stamp of approval, because I don't know for sure if the science is accurate, but it's still fun. And the macros on it are really good. So if you're doing like the exercise burn, like bodybuilding track, it gives you higher protein. And if you are doing like the trying to lose weight track, it gives you a mid-range protein, but it's still a higher protein. So I would say that alone makes it good. But like I said, it only gave me a 250 calorie deficit according to them, which for me was a way higher, thankfully, and I was unable to do it. So that's another thing, is that it was really hard. I think it was harder going in and out with the carbs to not feel hungry. And maybe that's just because I'm to the point now where I just can't even do a deficit without feeling hungry because I'm so small. That's possible because I was hungry on keto before I stopped doing it. So there's that. Anyway, all that to say, this week went Okay, so my calories with the Lumen are supposed to be 1630, I think, with my protein being 126, my carbs being less than 30 net, and my fats being 116 or 112. I can't remember exactly the numbers. Those are supposed to be my cutting macros. And part of the week I was cutting, and part of the week I was diet breaking. So the calorie breakdown was like this: 1637, 1662, and then I couldn't handle it anymore and I bumped it up to 1800. So then I went up to 1797, 1805, 2583. Okay, so I had a little bit of an overeat day. It was my daughter's birthday and I kind of planned pretty crappily. We planned to go to a movie and pizza and have steak and baked potatoes for dinner plus cake. By the time I realized I made a big mistake, I had already eaten at breakfast and realized I shouldn't have. Needless to say, we should always track before we eat. 2583. 2146 was the next day, and today was 2071, and tomorrow will probably be another 2500, I'm guessing, because it's Easter. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I really haven't decided. It'll be at least 2100. That's the goal. Okay, and I didn't add up my average macros, but I'll just tell you my protein numbers for each of the days. 132, 127, 137, 134, 165, 176, and 162. So you can see on my higher days, I really raised up my proteins in order to kind of even out the amount of energy that I was consuming, trying to keep that protein level high so that I can keep the energy level lower. So my carbs were 37, 34, 28, 26, 128, and that was my daughter's birthday. And the Lumen that day, I think, had given me, 45 or something. I can't even remember. Yeah. And then 180, and that's because the Lumen actually told me to have 180 on that day. So I did. And then today, 50. I'm supposed to have 45 today, and I went over. My fats were 95, 105, 116, 116, 140, 65. So the day that I was really high in the carbs, 180. My protein was higher too, 176, and my fats were way lower, 65. And then 129, which is today. So obviously my carbs were lower today. And that's just kind of how it balances out. The average calories for the week were 1957, which should still be somewhat of a deficit for me, about a 200, 300 calorie deficit. So, right? That's good. That's good. That's very good. So I feel like I did okay. Like, obviously, I didn't follow the Lumen to a T. I was a little bit iffy sometimes. And of course, we had my daughter's birthday that came into play. And we have Easter tomorrow that I haven't really planned well for. I mean, I know what I'm going to eat. But I haven't tracked it and made sure that it's reasonable. Also, I don't know what the carb level is that Lumen will give me tomorrow. And I'm guessing I'm going to be eating more carbs than it's going to give me. But that all being said, I feel like I still did a pretty good job following it. It's a lot more flexible than what I've been doing. I feel like I'm tracking a little less. I mean, I'm obviously tracking, but I feel like I'm being less. I feel like the tracker has less control over what I'm eating. I'm trying to be a little bit more flexible with going with what I feel like eating instead of what I planned to eat the night before, because I'm having to, because I can't plan until I've done the Lumen, and then I'm like, I gotta eat something. So it's been kind of tricky. Let's see how things went on the scale so that we can come back and discuss that. And I'll let you guys know what my plans are for next week.
You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, I know. I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh.
All right, so as you can see, the scale's a little bit not super awesome this week. I mean, it's okay, but it was just kind of So we started out with 177.4, then 176.8, and then 175.6. And I'm like, yay, it's going down. 173.6, I was getting very excited. We're getting back into the realm of where I've been the whole reverse diet, and that the whole water weight from my big trip has slowly gone down, right? Wrong. Nope. Then it starts going right back up. 175.6, 177, 177.2. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel a little bit of time, you will know that it's usually not like this. My week usually goes like this. I don't know if it had anything to do with me not exercising or just like eating different foods in general, though it's really not that much different to what I was doing before. I got no idea. It is the week in my cycle that I do retain water. So I am still hoping it will go down. My rings have been stuck on my finger all day. They are very sticky, and usually they are rolling around my fingers. So that's telling me that I'm very waterlogged. So I'm hoping a lot of it is still water weight. That being said, tomorrow is the last day of my diet break, and I'm going to be heading into a hopefully 2-week-long cut. It is now my plan to do a 2-week cut. I do not know if I'm going to do a keto cut or if I'm going to do the Lumen. I like using the Lumen. It's fun. I might do that just so I can have more variety. I don't know if I can get down to the 1630 without doing keto. And I don't even honestly know if I could do it with keto, to be completely honest. So I may try like a couple of days, see how it goes, and if I feel like it's just too hard, I will go back to doing what I was doing. But the idea is to stay in a relative calorie deficit. My goal is 1800 or lower. Wish me luck. It's really hard to do now, guys. I can't even fathom eating 1300 calories at this point. Like, it is so far out of the reaches of my brain even being able to conceive it. Or even going back to eating 2 meals. Like, it's like, I may not succeed at this, guys. I'm not highly motivated. Going into the visit for the doctor is my main motivation for April, and I just really don't care about that because I feel like I look fine. I just don't really care. And then, of course, my big recital in May will be my big driver for the May cuts when I get there. But right now, I'm doing a 2-week cut leading up to going to the surgeon to have my skin removal consultation, I guess, is what it is. I have not scheduled it yet, but I'm guessing it'll be close to that time, so I'm guessing I can probably choose. That's the plan. So a 2-week cut, then a 2-week diet break that will include a mini reverse, which I'm going to add like really quickly calories, but do it day by day by day for the first week and then stay there for a week. And then another cut right before the recital. And then after the recital, I will work on getting my calories back up for the wedding because I really want to be able to eat all the things on the wedding and I don't want it to be like a kind of deal. Another kind of like mini reverse. And then after the wedding, who knows? Only time will tell. It's always exciting around here, guys. It's always exciting. You never know what you're going to get. Right. So once again, if you're interested in the Lumen device and you want to check out more about this handy dandy little controller for metabolism flexibility, check out the about section below. And I do get a little bit of a commission every time you buy one. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's going towards my surgery fund. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. We'll talk to you all again soon.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing,